Hey everyone, it's that Math Magician. On this video, we're going to take a look at quadratics, and we're going to see how we can use the zero product property to help us find the roots or factors or zeros, whatever you want to call them, x-intercepts of a quadratic equation. And we got one right up there. We got x squared minus 9x plus 20 equals 0. And we want to know what are the x-intercepts for that quadratic. Before we can do that though, before we can even use zero product property, we need to factor. And we factor using the box and diamond method. If you forgot how to do it, I'm going to show you right now how we use it. First, we take that x squared term and we put that in the bottom left corner. We then take that constant at the end, the plus 20. We take those two terms and we want to multiply those to get the top part of our diamond. So 20 times x squared, this one isn't so tricky. That's going to give us 20x squared. Now what we do is we take that x term, right? Sometimes it's called the bx term. That middle term with just the x variable, that's going to go right there in the bottom of my diamond. We have negative 9x, and now's the point where we want to figure out what two pieces are going to multiply to 20x squared, but will add to negative 9x. And so what we're really talking about are, what are the factors of 20 that will get us to negative 9? And we got to think about this. Whatever these two terms are, they're going to multiply together to make a positive number, but then when they add, they make a negative number. And the only way that that's going to make sense is that if those two factors there are both negative, right? Because a negative times a negative will give us the positive 20, but a negative plus a negative will give us that negative 9x. So now, let's think about some factors of 20. We can start with, well, 1 and 20. I don't think 1 and 20 are going to add to negative 9x, so that's not going to work. We can go to 2 and 10. 2 and 10 is close, right? But when I add those together when they're negative, that would give us negative 12x, so we're definitely not going to use that. 3 doesn't go into 20, but 4 does. And look at that, 4 and 5 multiplied to 20, right? Negative 4, negative 5. And when you add those two together, we're going to end up with that negative 9x. We know for a fact that those are the two missing pieces that are going to help us factor this quadratic. All right, we got that box finished. We just need to get the sides or the dimensions. So what makes x squared? Well, that is an x and an x. X times negative 5 will give us 5x. X times negative 4 will give us negative 4x. Let me zoom out to give us some space. That means we're going to go from our sum now to our product. And the product is going to be the dimensions of that generic rectangle. The first side looks like it's x minus 5. The second side is x minus 4. We have successfully factored this quadratic. We got the product. Now we can use zero product property. I'm going to push this up so we can just focus on this part. Zero product property states for us that if I have two things that are multiplying together and they equal 0, well, it means then that one of these things must be 0, right? If two things multiply and equal 0, one of those things has to be a 0. So that's what the zero product property is stating. It's stating that x minus 5 must equal 0, or x minus 4 must equal 0. So ZPP says break them apart, set them both equal to 0, and now we just solve both pieces. I'm going to add 5 on this side here, on both sides actually, and x is 5. That is the first root, the first x-intercept, the first 0, whatever you want to call it. That is our first x-intercept. The last step over here, let's solve for x plus 4, and we end up with x equaling positive 4. That is how you use the zero product property and the box and diamond method to help us solve for these missing x-intercepts. Alrighty, y'all. It's that Math Magician, and I'll see you on the next video.